Hey guys, Preacher 357 here behind the shop at the range. So I'm going to do a quick video on a line of semi-automatics that have been one of my favorites over the years, and that's the M&P line. Specifically, I'm going to maybe concentrate on the newest member of that lineup as far as size, and that would be the M&P Compact, because it was the last one they really developed and put out as far as a frame size goes. Now they've come out with two different slide links in this compact grip frame, the 3.6 and this is a 4, I believe it is. And I have the 4 only. I don't have the 3.6 inch. But I do have 3 of the frame sizes that they offer in the M&P line, so I thought I would compare those today and talk a little bit about them. The M&P lineup came about in the early 2000s, I believe 2005, as Smith and Wesson was looking to get into some of the market that Glock had with law enforcement in particular, but also the civilian market. And so they came out with this line of guns to compete with Glock. And my understanding is it was actually built around the 40 Smith and Wesson caliber, because at that time the 40 Smith and Wesson was the law enforcement caliber. It was number one. It was the one that pretty much all law enforcement used. Now obviously there's going to be exceptions, but the majority of law enforcement across the US was using 40 at that time. And so they built the gun around the 40 Smith and Wesson, which obviously carries their name as well, and so there's some added benefit in that as well, I guess. And so this is what they came out with. This was the full size M&P 40, and they also come out with a 9 as well. It comes in either 9 or 40. All of mine are in 40, because when I bought this one originally, 40 was a very popular caliber still. It's not nearly as popular now. I liked the 40, I still like the 40. And so the first one I bought was this one. It's a police trade-in, so obviously it is in 40. And so when I bought the rest of them, I kept buying them in 40 because that gives me magazine compatibility, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we go as well, about how the magazines actually are compatible with one another as long as you're using the magazine from a larger frame size in a smaller frame. And it's the same way that Glock has set up their line as well. If you have the Glock 17, then the magazine from the 17 will fit in the 19 and the 26. And if you have a Glock 19, your magazine will also fit in the 26, which is the smaller size, because the 17 is the full size, the 19 is the mid size or the compact, and then the subcompact is the 26. And then they've got some long slide versions we're not going to talk about there as well. And Smith and Wesson also makes this in a longer length barrel, and there's some different things as well. This is the 1.0 though. They have a 2.0 version now that has some different texturing. They've removed this beaver tail off the back. There's some different changes. They changed the trigger up, which was a plus. The trigger on this original is not bad, but it's not the greatest in the world. It's the reset is not very tactile or audible. It's hard to tell when it's reset. Now I've never had any trouble shooting this gun where I didn't reset the trigger and didn't get a bang. It's never happened to me, so it's not been a problem. But if you're used to that reset that you can hear and feel, it's odd when it's not there. So, but this was the original that came out of the M&P. And then they did come out with what they call the M&P C, and the 2.0 version, they just call it the M&P Subcompact now. And I guess they called it the C because they were thinking this was the compact. However, it's really the same size as the Glock 26 for all intents and purposes. There's a slight variation. It's slightly bigger than the 26, but not by much. So this is really a subcompact, but they called it the compact at the time, and they did not have the mid-size at all. All they had was in the 1.0 edition was the full size, and then this small size. And this was the M&P 40C. And so finally, they came out with the M&P 40 Compact. This is the direct competitor to the Glock 19 or the Glock 23 in size, that mid-size. And the Glock 19 was released in 1988, whereas this one was not released until 2016 or 2017, I believe it was. And so Smith and Wesson waited nearly, 30 years to compete with the Glock 19, one of the most popular guns in the country through a lot of that period. And that always seems strange to me that they never tried to tap into that market, and I never understood it. But they didn't. But they finally came around and came out with this gun here almost when it's a little too late, right? They were a little bit too late to the game in some regards, because the full-size frames, or the double stacks, I guess is what I'm trying to say, not necessarily full size, but the double stack frames have kind of went out of favor as these smaller frames now with these new magazines that carry more rounds have become the trend of the day. And so this size gun is kind of fallen out of favor a little bit. So they waited way too long, but when they did come out with one, they came out with one that was really good. This is a really nice firearm. I really, really like. I really, really like this M&P 40 Compact they came out with in the 2.0. I like the grip texture that they have on this gun. It feels amazing in the hand. The trigger is greatly improved. Some people still don't like these hinge triggers, and on the brand new models that Smith and Wesson is developing, they're getting rid of the hinge trigger. I guess they finally listened to people that didn't like them. Hinge triggers never bothered me though. But I really like this gun, and hopefully I'll be able to shoot it fairly well for you today. So I don't make an idiot out of myself saying this gun shoots really well and I really like it and then not hit anything. But let's just go ahead and take a few shots before we do anything else here. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Compact here and see if I can hit anything here. Just gonna shoot these plates here. Just my normal ones here. Start out with this 12-inch round here. Let's see if I can remember where to hold with this gun. I got that one. No, all right. Let me pull up. There we go. Haven't shot this one. I pulled that one too. Pulling those low, it looks like. Let's throw a few more down there. Hit the cowboy here again. See if we can get one of these smaller. Couldn't get the range on the smaller ones. But that's the M&P 40 Compact. This is a full-size magazine. This is the one for the M&P full size. And notice, it fits in. They actually gave you a little grip adapter, a little magazine adapter that went in here and filled this void in. I don't know what I've done with it. It's in the shop there somewhere. I didn't even look for it, to be honest. I rarely ever would use it. Even when I would carry the longer magazine, I would just shoot it without it. But you can see it fits in there and it'll work just fine. So let me show you that here. Shoot a few here, see if I can hit anything. See if I can hit that plate again. There we go. Hit that one too. Well, I think I shook him. There we go. Still not exactly sure where I'm supposed to hold on it. But not too bad. You know, not doing too bad with it. Let me just shoot this full size now by comparison. This one has the original texturing, which is basically no texturing. It's pretty smooth, it's pretty slick. The trigger is really light on this gun. The trigger on this gun is actually lighter than the Compact. It's just odd that you don't have a reset on it. And it shoots pretty well, but I haven't shot this gun in 3 years probably. It's been a while. I don't know if I've shot it, but maybe once after I got the Compact. Just as a comparison, I don't think I've gotten it out of the safe since. So let's just try to shoot a few here and see if I can hit anything with the full size. That shoots better than I remember. Better than I remember. It really does. I should have been getting this thing out more. Because the trigger it's odd, but I mean, I never miss a reset on it. And so it's not like it's really causing me any trouble. And once you just stop thinking about it, it's really not that big a deal. But let's go ahead and get the Subcompact out here, or as the C as they used to call it when this one came out. Of course, I've got Talon grips on this one, the Pro grips, to keep it from being so slick, where it's not really that big of a deal with the full size, with it being kind of slick because it's a big grip and you can get a good hold on it. This one being as small as it is and really only getting 2 fingers on it, you really needed a little bit more to catch hold of. Now obviously this magazine right here has got the little lip on the bottom, a little place where you can put your fingers, and gives you a little bit better contact. We'll use it first. Maybe I can hit with this. I'm not nearly as good with this gun, I'm just going to be honest. Sure, it's just the gun though. It has nothing to do with me, I'm sure. Nothing to do with me. That's all she wrote in that one. Not too bad. Pretty good self-defense gun. I've carried this quite a bit. It's been one of my carry guns ever since I bought it. Who knows how long ago? I couldn't even tell you now. It carries really well. It's a little heavy though. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's kind of fallen out of favor. That SIG P365 I bought, it's pretty much knocked it out. The SIG P365, after I put it in the holster, put it on my waist and started wearing it, it's definitely a better carry gun than this one as far as that goes. It carries the same number of rounds. Now obviously this gives you 40, the SIG is giving you 9mm, but you know, it's not that much big of a difference. I mean, the 40 is more powerful, sure, but you know, 9mm is more than sufficient. So, you know, this is just really heavy. I mean, this is probably 25, 26 ounces, I believe it is, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but for a small gun, it feels like a brick on your waist. And I can put that SIG P365 on and barely even know it's there. So this is a gun that you can carry, and I've carried it for years. It's a great carry gun, but there's just some options that have come along that just seem to be a little bit better. But let's fire just a few more in here. Not saying I dislike this gun now, though. It's just kind of lost its place in the rotation, I guess you could say, but it still has a special place in my heart. So let's shoot her a little bit here. Let's see. Just got hit in the head with some brass. Come on now. I hit on the last round. That makes me feel a little bit better when you hit on the last round. But let me show you this also. Here's your full-size mag, one that goes in the M&P 40 full size. She also fits in the compact, and I've got an adapter that goes with this one too. It's an aftermarket that I had to buy, but I've got an adapter that goes with it too. I just don't ever use it, but it'll shoot with or without the adapter. You don't have to have it, so I just don't ever put it on there. Well, let's go ahead and shoot this again with this size mag. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Well, we got one more mag and it's loaded. And that's the only loaded magazine I got left on the table, so I got to shoot it. So let's just go ahead and throw these rounds down range too while we're at it. Starting off bad. I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody's probably saying, we do that already. There we go. I'm not sure where those went. Kind of getting cocky. Thought I was doing pretty good. And then the missing starts. Alright, well, I'm going to load up a few more here. And then just going to shoot the compact now, I think. That's really kind of the main focus, I think, of this video. I just wanted to show all three sizes and show the magazine compatibility and just let you see how similar they are and the way that they're designed. They're just smaller versions and bigger versions of each other, really. But Let me load up a few more mags here, and then we'll sling a little bit more lead. All right, guys, let's just shoot the compact a little bit more now. One thing I forgot to mention was the capacity. If you've got the 9mm versions of these guns, the full size will give you 17 rounds. The compact will give you 15, and then the subcompact, or the old C version, will give you 12. If you've got the 40 like I do, you're going to get 15 in the full size, 13 in the compact, and then the C or the subcompact you're going to get 10. So let's just go ahead and sling a little bit more here. I'm going to probably throw a few down there as well at the 80-yard target. Maybe I can hit with this gun. Well, I was shooting that full size. I think I ought to try it, but I'm just going to shoot the compact. See if I can hit anything with it. Yeah. Well, I'm shooting right now. Ain't no reason to even go like this. Well, that wasn't all that impressive. Oh, by the way, these are my hand loads, 180 grain hard cast, coated. In the M&P 40C, the subcompact size there, I was shooting a 155 grain American Eagle because it does not particularly like the 180 grains. So I usually go with a lighter grain in it. But let's just go ahead and throw one or two down here at this one and see if I can even come close to it. I don't know if I have to hold over or if... I don't know where that one was. All right. Some of those coming pretty close. Yeah. Hold up a little more. Well, hitting all around it. Every time I move too much. The margin of error is so small on that target from this distance that I can't get those minute adjustments. Well, there we go. Well, this little one's fits. I got one more mag left. I'm going to hit this little target if it kills me. Try one. There we go. All right. I'm going to try this one down here again one more time. Then I'm going to let you guys go. Probably tired of listening to me jabber on and make lots of noise with these guns. There we go. I hit it once. Right behind you. Well, this wind is whipping. It's pushing me around. I don't know if it's pushing the bullets around in you now, but it's pushing me around. It's going all around. Well, I could never get it again. I don't know, maybe it is this wind. Because it's supposed to be going about 25 miles an hour right now, I think it is. You can probably hear it even with that windscreen on there, with that dead cat on there, but hopefully audio's not too bad. But guys, I appreciate y'all coming out. God bless you, y'all take care, and we'll see you again next time.